So, Artists Up Next, right here with Chaz. Let us know, man. Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about you. Um, yeah.
Cool, man. I'm here from Brooklyn, New York. I actually was born in Washington D.C. Spent a lot of time on the East Coast. I moved here about say almost 10 years ago, and from Nashville, Tennessee. So, it's a cool juxtaposition given the whole songwriting and music side of things, but it kind of helped me be very well rounded. So, I'm here in Brooklyn representing New York, and yeah.
All right. And how would you describe your music to people?
Wow. Music that moves you. I would say music that allows you to, you know, anything from feel something inside to hear something, keep your head moving, to having you think about life. I sing about humanity 101, speak about how to treat each other, all about what a lady is and her attributes and the things that make us really truly desire her. Also write about um, things about the world, like when it comes to um, things around us that shape us, from social networks to family to police to presidents to everything, things that people can relate to. So I would say that, in a nutshell, for that reason, to appeal to everybody, it'd be pop music with a slant left or right, whether it be jazz influence or whether it be R&B, whether it be any of that. But all in all, I would say it's pop music.
I know earlier you were saying that your mom had a big part in your music. What other influences would you credit to your music, man? What do you credit to your success?
Well, I think just being in a place to always find inspiration, because inspiration is everywhere. I don't think there's really much room for writer's block when you have experienced things you have, when you've met people you have, you've had opportunities you've had. All those things shape you, and it helps sculpt your story when you're ready to tell it. So, it could be anything.
Absolutely.
It really influenced me.
And with the times we live in now, man, and the internet, like you said, and the social media, with so many people getting those 15 minutes of fame, how would you define the word success when it comes down to music, in your opinion?
Well, success, what it amounts to, you definitely got to put in the work. I mean, there's no shortcuts. You may get that. My theory about those overnight success stories and 15 minutes of fame is like, I'd rather be, simmer to a boil than just be hot, because I feel like when you're hot, it's easy to get cold real quick too, because that's just a moment. Um, like what they say, what goes up must come down. Um, when you're hot 1 minute, that's why I kind of stay away from that word. It's like, ugh, I don't want to be hot. I want to be, I want to be quality. I want to be great. I want to be, I want my music to be rib sticking. I don't want it to just be like a Snickers.
Yeah.
I want it to be like a big bowl of oatmeal. I want it to be something that, your granny say, eat this because this will make you full. Like, I want to have that kind of music, and I feel like the music industry right now, as far as the way people get there, a lot of it is a lot of shortcuts. And you don't have the heart and intestinal fortitude to really put in the work to create words that aren't just a hook or a melody. That's going to stay in people's head for 5 minutes until the next hot song. So, I want something to stick with you long after you hear it when it comes to my music.
Absolutely, man. And let me ask you this. Why do you want to record and release your own music?
I feel like I want to record and write my own music because I feel like I have something to say that I feel like a lot of other people feel, and I'm just articulating it in song. I've traveled a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've given. I've gotten a lot. I have a multifaceted life, which I feel can touch a lot of different people's lives. And if I can articulate that with different styles and um, different stories through my music, I feel like once something is not as hot with one particular person, I have other music that'll back that up. Kind of almost like an army. It's like an army of songs. If the first one don't get you, then the next one will.
The second
if the left
wave,
don't
the
get
third
you,
wave,
then the right one will. So I'll keep it coming. I'll keep you're going to hear me. Okay, you didn't like that? Okay, great. I'll hit you with another one. Like, wait, wow, I never thought he could do that. Well, now you do, and maybe now that may be my next record.
Yeah.
Or now that may be
the song that won over that one fan. Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So I make music for the people. When I came into this, I think like most people that are young, getting into this game, it's like you're very artistic and very introspective, and you're like, oh yeah, nobody's going to get this, man, because it came from a really deep place, man. But for me, I'm like, as I've grown up and matured a lot in this game, it's like, why wouldn't you want people to get it? Like, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
So you start making it a little bit more accessible. Your melodies become more catchy. Your lyrics become a little bit more cerebral, to where, because people are smart. They can see if you're trying to dumb a song down just to get to them. They're like, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
So I want people to go, you know what? This person is saying something. I want to see what this guy's all about. So, yeah.
Okay. And let me ask you this. What are your goals for this year, 2016? What are some of the things you're trying to accomplish? What are some of the things in your sight?
Wow. That is a loaded question. Well, I'll tell you what's naturally, like, immediately in my sights, which is being able to perform at the world-famous Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. I've been asked by ASCAP Foundation to perform songs from my catalog to a full theater at Kennedy Center. So I'm excited about that opportunity. Another opportunity, other opportunities are just getting song pitches for various artists this year. I have about 3 artists that I have songs for that I really have high expectations for, that I think could do something. And so I'm excited about those possibilities of getting more songs actually connected to people that could actually make a difference, via putting on the radio or through a popular artist. I feel like my songs could warrant having that type of company.
Nice.
So,
are you able to share what artists you have in mind for those songs, or are you still keeping it under wraps?
I gotta keep it a little under wraps, but you definitely heard it here first, because I just literally rapped one of those songs yesterday.
Okay.
So it's exciting, but there's not really much I could say about it right now.
Hey, all right, we're gonna maybe in the next city.
I could tell you this much: this artist actually won a Grammy this past year. So,
hey, all right.
Yeah. And then yeah.
And have you had any previous print or broadcast kind of exposure or reviews?
I have a few websites and different blogs and write-ups, and they've been featured in American Songwriter magazine, and a few other mainstream magazines, online magazines, and had my music reviewed, and song contests, been a finalist in various contests, and so I'm putting in the work, and I think that's what all those little moments essentially are.
Absolutely.
That's just your efforts coming to fruition to actually be seen by someone more than yourself. So, I kind of never wanted to have my songs staying in my computer after I create them. You know what I mean? I'm like, there has to be a vehicle for this. Like, where does this go? Like, I'm saying, I feel like someone needs to hear this.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm like, I write it, I do it for the people, man.
Good stuff, man. So ultimately, how do you want to be known in music? What type of imprint do you want to leave in the music industry? What do you want to be remembered by?
Okay, well, I mean, I think like all artists, given the microwave radio waves that we have in today's culture, um, you're defined pretty much by a song. So I want my songs to leave their impression about me, whether it be someone else singing them or whether it be myself singing them. You vividly remember, you know, songs like "We Are the World" because Lionel Richie was a songwriter. "Hello," Lionel Richie. Like, you know, artists are defined by the songs they create. So long after I'm gone, I want my music to still be played on the radio, you know, and still in people's playlists, you know, in their iTunes. Um, because my music is going to outlast me, you know, and that's my mark that I want to leave. So.
I like that, man. I'm truly honored that we're able to have you here and see you kind of in the beginning steps, man, because I'm sure that your name is going to be associated with a Grammy Award in the near future, man.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let me ask you this. What do you think about what Artists Up Next is doing for unsigned artists around the nation?
Well, I mean, Artists Up Next, I feel that there's a great platform to help undiscovered artists, to really have a platform to reach an audience that they would never have if it weren't for them. And, you know, through social media, I found you guys, and I just kind of went through the process, did my due diligence to check you guys out, to see what you're all about. I like what you're about, so I wanted to submit my music and just my idea and who I am as an artist, and in hopes that you all will be able to support me as an artist and my music. So you guys are a great platform and a great vehicle for artists like myself.
Hey, we appreciate it, man. So I'm going to give you a few minutes, man. If you want to just let the world know where they can find you, where they can find your music, and if you want to just share little words with your fans.
Absolutely. Guys, you can find me on my website, which is chazlangley.com or chazlangleymusic.com. They still go to the same place. Also, you can find me on SoundCloud underneath The Chaz Langley, on Instagram under the same name, The Chaz Langley, as well as my music fan page, which is Chaz Langley Music on Facebook.
All right, perfect, man. Once again, Artists Up Next with Chaz Langley. We're honored to have you once again, man. And I'll tell you what, man, you won my vote. I'm going to make sure I log on under ArtistsUpNext.com to vote for you. I'm also going to vote for you on your website, man. And I am really going to push and do my effort to make sure that your music is heard, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely, Chaz. Hey, I really appreciate this time with you, and we'll be talking soon, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Chaz.
Peace.